All right, Shalom. Giving our praises, glory, and honors unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, the rest of the hopeful elect out there. This is your brother, the Peace of Zion, War from GMS Atlanta. Back with another edifying video. Shalom. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9 and 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we are living in a time where we must measure it diligently. Meaning what? Meaning to stay on watch for the news events that are happening locally and around the world. All right? Events. Relative local events denote time period. All right? We all live in a collective time period based on local, regional, and global events that are happening simultaneously. All right? You're going to have something happen in one country. It's going to happen in another country, in one city. It's going to happen in another city. All right? That's how you measure the time. Then it says, when thou seest part of the signs, now we're referring to the scriptures. Now we're referring to the Bible. All right? Another word for the signs are prophecies. There's going to be prophetic events that are going to take place that are going to also denote what time we're living in, which I have told thee before. Once again, prophecy. When you're told something before it happens, that's an omen or that is a prophecy. So you should have an understanding, depending on what those signs are, you should have an understanding that these things, these events, were already written to happen according to the Bible. It says, therefore, then shall there be, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand, meaning you're going to know, you're going to have assuredness that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Then you're going to know, yeah, this is coming out of the Bible. Why you think whenever something major happens around the world, when it gets to a certain level on a certain scale, they call it an event of biblical proportions, or they'll call it the hand of God, right? Or an apocalyptic event. That all goes back to the Bible. That don't go back to no science. That don't go back to no astrology. That don't go back to no other religion outside of, well, really no religion. It all goes back to one book. It ain't talking about your pastors. Why I Became a Christian, best-selling book that he sells out of the gift shop at the church. It ain't talking about the Egyptian Book of the Dead. It's not talking about what your president or prime minister said. The things that are happening in the world today were only spoken by the Hebrew Israelite prophets, which were written and only found in the Holy Bible. And I'm reading out of the Holy Bible now. So let's see if there are earthquakes and uproars of the people happening in the world, right? Now this is from CNN. You know what, let me do this, right? Because they changed the title. So let's deal with the, let me do this. All right, we'll just type in earthquakes. Let's just type in earthquakes. Let's see if there are signs of major earthquakes in the news. Here we go. Right here. Nope. Time range. Let's deal with this. Here we go. This is what I want, right? So this is from the Duval English. Near 600 earthquakes recorded in the Aegean Sea in 1 week. From the Standard. Concerns rise as over 200 earthquakes shake Greece's Santorini. And this is all over within the last few hours. Right, the last hour or two. So there have been hundreds of earthquakes. Let's get this, near 600 earthquakes. It wasn't too long ago, and maybe about a month ago, you had hundreds of earthquakes shaking up Alaska and that region here in the U.S., right, or America. So it says near 600 earthquakes recorded in Aegean Sea in 1 week. Since January 28th, nearly 600 earthquakes have occurred in the Aegean Sea, and Turkey's Disaster and Emergency Management Authority stated that the closest earthquake to Turkish territories took place 140 kilometers away. The earthquakes near Santorini Island have been varied in depth between 5 and 25 kilometers. And according to the AFAS update on February 3rd, the largest earthquake recorded in the region recently had a magnitude of 4.8. The institution described the seismic activity in the region as an earthquake swarm. Due to the threat of landslides and other emergencies on Santorini and the surrounding islands, the Greek government has had to increase its safety measures and shut down the schools. And this is also a part of the well, it's a part of Greece, but it's a part of a volcanic island. You know, a volcanic region, heavy volcanic region, or earthquake-prone region. All right. So you can see here, and it's on a foreign map, but you can see this region here around Greece. All those earthquakes happen in that one area. That's prophecy. All right. Now, mind you, the reason why it's prophecy is not because that it's supposed to be some rare event that never happens, but when you look at the amount of earthquakes that has happened within the last few years, how frequent they happen, and how close together they are in time period, measuring the times, remember, diligently, that is how we know and understand that this has to be the words of the Lord manifesting themselves. Okay? Right, like I said, so you had 600 earthquakes, right? So let me do this. Earthquakes in Alaska. Okay. Oh, here we go. 5.2 magnitude earthquake strikes Alaska. I wasn't looking for this, actually. So this is Spirit. Magnitude 4.9 earthquake shakes central Tunisia. Magnitude 4.8 earthquake Russia. 33 kilometers southwest of Diomede, Alaska. So, .8 hits earthquake. 5.8 earthquake hits Alaska 4 days ago. Right, here we go. Earthquake, swarm of earthquakes. This is from the Business Standard. Swarm of earthquakes hit Alaska's western Aleutian Islands without damage. And it says their earthquake center said a 6.3 magnitude quake. So, once again, prophecy making itself known. All right? Now that is strange. You have hundreds of earthquakes in one region, hundreds of earthquakes in another region, hundreds of earthquakes in another region. All right? These are part of the signs. Now let's deal with the uproars of the people. Now this is recent from last night. This is out of Los Angeles. It says thousands of anti-ICE protesters blocked the 101 freeway streets in downtown Los Angeles. And we've been warning you, Hispanics and Native Americans, that this was going to come, that America was going to turn on you. We warned you about Trump. We warned you about all the things that you see are happening to you today. But me no black, Bobby. Me no black. No, you are black. All right? They associate you with being black. Right? They understand it's the elite. When I say they, I'm talking about the elites of Esau, the illuminated one. They know that you're of the 12 tribes. Okay? And we've been warning you about this trouble to come here in America. We told you. Starting with the men of Great Millstone. All right? From the apostles on down. We've all warned you and did videos that this trouble is going to come to Jacob. And this is the beginning. All right? We're going to know when Jacob's trouble is fully made known and manifested. But like Yahweh Shai said, that all these things are the beginning of sorrows. So these are uproars of the people. Okay? It says thousands of people marched in downtown Los Angeles Sunday in protest of President Trump's planned mass deportations, blocking several streets and taking over the 101 freeway, causing major gridlock, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. The 101 freeway reopened around 8 p.m. as thousands were still protesting in downtown Los Angeles, attempting several times to get back on the freeway, but Los Angeles police officers managed to keep them off. Video from the scene showed some protesters waving Mexican and Central American flags, which those are all Israelites up there. The so-called Mexicans are known as the tribe of Issachar, and the people of Central America are known as the tribe of Zebulon, right, from Colombia to Uruguay, including Panama. So if you're of the indigenous tribes there, that's what tribe you belong to, either Zebulon or Issachar. And then you have the other so-called Hispanic-speaking tribes, Spanish-speaking tribes mixed in. So this is an uproar. Okay, a sign of the times again. It says video. Okay, it says video from the scene shows some protesters waving Mexican and Central American flags while chanting "Si se puede" on the freeway. Many were seen carrying signs assailing Trump's immigration stance. One of the signs read, "No one is illegal on stolen land," while another said, "Don't bite the hands that feed you." So these people feel a certain kind of way when you're deporting their cousins and their their aunts and uncles and fathers and grandfathers, and, away. Right now, the administration says that they're after the illegals and the drug runners, but they could really target whoever they need to at the moment. But that's the time we're living in, man. Okay, judgment, destruction. Okay. And we also told you tribes, especially you Hispanic tribes that speak Spanish or English, right? We told you that bear with me. We told you that these Edomites, these so-called white people here in America, are not for you. But you don't want to be, no, Bobby, me no black. You are. You just speak Spanish. That was my point. So this is Hosea chapter 9. Now the so-called Mexicans, so-called Central Americans, so-called Native Americans and Seminole Indians and all you represent, according to the Bible, the northern kingdom of Israel, or also known as Ephraim. Okay? You're also known as Ephraim. And this history of our people, the Ephraim, northern kingdom tribes, that history of being rebellious and eventually being put in captivity, that's all that is found in the scriptures. Well, now this is Hosea 9:11. It says, as for Ephraim, their glory shall fly away like a bird. The glory of the Hispanics, whether it be now or really their old empires, the Inca Empire, the Mayan Empire, all those empires were eventually destroyed. All right, and you an Israelite, that glory of being a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that knowledge was lost. That was a part of our glory. So it says, as for Ephraim, their glory shall fly away like a bird. From the birth and from the womb and from the conception, though they bring up their children, yet will I bereave them. So who's bereaving them? The Lord is causing these things to take place. All this is a part of God's plan, like Drake said. It says that there shall not be a man left. And in the history, a lot of so-called Puerto Rican or Ephraimite or Arawak Indian men were all slaughtered and killed. Woe also to them, it says, yea, woe also to them when I depart from them. And there's going to be a time when the Lord he's going to show you he's only dealing with the elect. All the rest of our people are going to die and be destroyed here. Verse 13, Ephraim, as I saw tyrants, is planted in a pleasant place. Yeah, the Americas, Central America, the Amazon River, the jungle, the different terrain throughout from if you want to go high into Canada where the other tribes of Gad are, other Native American tribes are out there in Canada, all the way down to the Andes Mountains and through the Amazon. This whole side of the earth is a pleasant place. Okay? It says, but Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. Who's the murderer? Esau, Edom. And our people are so distraught that they don't even want to go back to their country because of the violence and cartels and things going on there. So our people that want to be a part of this system and want to stay here, then the Lord got something evil coming your way. Right? Something wicked. And his name is Esau. Now the elect would, get of course, delivered. The chosen elect would be delivered from these calamities. But See, the thing is, these people are out here protesting. They got their flags out. They blocking the freeway. That's a part of the second Ezra 9th chapter. You know? And things like this change the world because you got protests and riots happening all over the planet for different reasons in different countries. But I just want to really just speak on these prophecies and how when you read 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, that scripture fits, you know, it hits home, you know. Earthquakes and uproars of the people, riots and protests and things like that. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 5. For like all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end. Right, this kingdom, America, it had its beginning. But the fact that we're seeing these things change, let us know that we're at the end. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times, once again, going back to the times, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And we're seeing the signs, we're seeing the effect that is happening on certain people and certain things. But I just want to speak on that, you know, the protesting out there in LA. We'll see how long that lasts before Trump ramps up the immigration numbers, the legal immigrant numbers, you know. And we'll see what happens with these earthquakes, but that's what the scriptures say. Anyway, with that, I hope this is edifying. Until next time, I say, Shalom.